Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Answer Company's presentation on maximizing manufacturing ROI. We're really pleased that you could take some time out of your busy day to take a look with us at the ROI of digital transformation that's available for manufacturing companies with Acumatica. First, just a little bit of housekeeping. We'll take a look at today's agenda. One thing that I'll note is that we have allowed some time for questions at the end of the webinar, so please add your questions at any time, and we'll try to get to those at the end of today's session. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll also find some items you can download, including the Forrester Acumatica ROI report, a guide to calculating ERP ROI, as well as the Acumatica Manufacturing Edition brochure. My name is Darren Reddies. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at the Answer Company. And joining me today is Danny Jang, our Senior Solution Engineer. He'll be guiding us through a live demonstration of the product. When we undertake any ERP project, we always start by looking to see if it makes sense from an ROI perspective. So some of the key items that we look at for manufacturers are, first of all, how ERP drives production efficiency. And there's a few key things that we can look at in terms of that. Number one, in terms of how Acumatica can assist with that, is the advanced production scheduling, which manages work orders and helps to prioritize jobs. The real-time shop floor data collection module allows us to track WIP using mobile devices and barcode scanning. The bill of materials and routing that's built into the product standardizes and optimizes your production processes. And the automated workflows help to reduce manual tasks and speed up operations. In an effort to reduce your inventory costs, there are 4 key tools to consider. One is the Material Requirements and Planning, or MRP, which helps to optimize your purchasing and production planning. Lot and serial tracking will be of interest to those of you who are using lot and serial tracked goods. Real-time inventory visibility reduces your excess stock and your carrying costs, while automated replenishment and reorder points helps to prevent stockouts and overstocking. And finally, labor cost savings. By using the barcode-driven shop floor data capture, we can reduce the manual entry. Using the mobile ERP access, we empower workers to update the data in real time. And using the automated approval workflows helps to speed up internal processes. Finally, the role-based dashboards provide actionable insights to all employees. Some of the other items that we always look to assist when we're looking to help manufacturing companies are to reduce downtime as well as the maintenance costs. And there's a few things that we can do around that. One is to automate the preventative maintenance scheduling. This allows us to ensure timely servicing of machinery and to minimize unplanned downtime. We work with you for your work order management to streamline your maintenance requests and track repair progress within Acumatica. And then finally, work to make sure that you have full inventory visibility for all spare parts. That way you can ensure that critical spare parts are in stock, reducing the repair delays. Acumatica helps strengthen your supply chain with integrated procurement and supplier management. This enhances your supplier performance tracking, automated purchase orders and requisitions to reduce procurement errors, real-time inventory and demand planning to optimize material flow, shipping and logistics management, support multiple carriers and shipping options. And Acumatica also helps speed up order processing with automated sales order processing, production scheduling integration to align manufacturing with customer demand, warehouse management features to improve picking, packing, and shipping accuracy, and the customer self-service portal to provide order status visibility at all times. Acumatica lowers your IT and infrastructure costs. It's a cloud-based ERP, so it reduces your hardware and maintenance expenses. Because of its no per-user licensing fee, your total cost of ownership is lowered over many legacy solutions. Automated backups and security give you confidence that your business data is always safe, and seamless API integrations allow you to connect with third-party applications without heavy IT involvement. Acumatica enhances quality and compliance. Lot and serial number tracking ensure full traceability for audits and recalls. Inspection workflows capture QC data at various production stages. Non-conformance management flags defective items and automates corrective actions. Regulatory compliance reporting supports FDA, ISO, and industry-specific compliance. Acumatica can increase your revenue growth with faster order fulfillment, reducing lead times to provide improved customer satisfaction, by offering new market expansion by enabling direct-to-consumer models and omni-channel sales, allowing you to offer configurable product offerings so you can customize production to meet customer demand without disrupting efficiency, and with improved decision-making, where you gain real-time financial and operational insights to scale profitably. Now, let's take a look at the Forrester Total Economic Impact of Acumatica report. Forrester interviewed Acumatica customers and used its Total Economic Impact framework to evaluate the costs, benefits, and risks associated with Acumatica. The goal was to provide a transparent and actionable financial model for organizations considering an ERP transformation. By modeling a composite organization with 30 million in annual revenue and manufacturing operations, Forrester created a realistic representation of what businesses can achieve with Acumatica. Some of the key highlights from the report that were revealed are a 66% ROI over 3 years with a $1.4 million net present value, a payback period of just 16 months, meaning businesses quickly see a return on their investment. These figures are a testament to the efficiency, scalability, and cost savings that Acumatica brings to organizations like yours. Again, these are just highlights of the report, which is quite extensive, and a reminder that you can download that report from the Files section to read the entire report. Now, let's take a closer look at how Acumatica drives operational efficiencies that directly impact your bottom line. These enhancements aren't just theoretical. They're based on the real-world experiences of the companies that Forrester interviewed for the study. Increase in inventory turnover. Acumatica uses real-time data to forecast needs more accurately, optimize inventory levels, and reduce carrying costs. This not only freed up working capital, but also ensured that companies had the right inventory at the right time to meet customer demands. 15% increase in gross margin. This was achieved through better production planning, labor optimization, and accurate quoting. And a 45% efficiency gain in operations. Automation was a game changer for many of these businesses, eliminating manual, error-prone tasks like data entry and reporting. For instance, one company automated their financial reporting, consolidating what used to take weeks into a single click of a button. This freed up valuable time for employees to focus on strategic activities that drive growth. What's remarkable here is how these efficiencies compound across the organization. Better inventory management improves cash flow, faster project timelines increase capacity, and automation reduces both errors and rework. These aren't just isolated improvements. They're interconnected changes that transform how manufacturers operate. For manufacturing businesses like yours, operational efficiency is the foundation for profitability and scalability. Acumatica empowers you to focus on high-value activities, meet customer demands faster, and streamline processes across the board. Next, we'll explore how these operational enhancements translate into tangible financial benefits and cost savings for manufacturers. Let's take a look at some of the components within the Acumatica Manufacturing Edition that power the transformation that Forrester documented. Before Danny's demo, just a few notes on the Acumatica Manufacturing Edition. Digital transformation is what Acumatica has been doing for a decade now, bringing enterprise-grade tools to the mid-market at small, medium business prices. Some of Acumatica's key differentiators are the fact that it's a technology leadership built on a future-proof platform. The strength of that platform has been shown time and time again and allows businesses to scale into all sorts of different areas within the edition and then into other editions as well. Acumatica is known for its best-in-class business and industry functionality. And importantly, Acumatica is committed to ethical business practices. At the very core of the solution is the power of the platform. The platform is open, so you can extend and connect Acumatica to other systems easily, pushing the envelope for what's possible from an ERP system. For those who want to get more details on this robust and powerful platform with information on the applications, capabilities, and solutions on each of the layers, we would be happy to set up a separate technology-focused session. Acumatica provides a unique breadth with native document management, customer relationship management, project accounting, commerce, point of sale, expense management, payroll, and field service. It's a full suite of financial applications which manage daily accounting tasks. You can manage your entire business with powerful insights through configurable inquiries, personalized reports, role-based dashboards, and real-time business analytics. Acumatica's licensing model stands out in the industry. Unlike many ERP providers, Acumatica doesn't charge per user fees, and this allows every employee in your company, along with potentially external partners, consultants, and customers, to access the system without incurring additional costs. It's a growth-friendly model that ensures that you can scale your business without worrying about rising ERP expenses. Additionally, Acumatica gives businesses the flexibility to deploy their ERP system in the way that best fits their needs, whether that's in the public cloud, private cloud, or through a hybrid approach. You're not locked into one option, and you can adapt as your business evolves. One of the key strengths of the Acumatica Manufacturing Edition is its ability to support a wide range of industries and manufacturing types. Whether you're in discrete manufacturing, batch processing, or managing complex project-centric production, Acumatica has the tools and flexibility to meet your unique needs. Acumatica offers full support for various manufacturing types, including make-to-order, engineer-to-order, make-to-stock, batch process, and job shop production. This versatility allows manufacturers to efficiently manage everything from highly customized orders to large-scale repetitive production. With Acumatica, regardless of your industry or production style, you have the flexibility to manage complex manufacturing processes with ease, all while ensuring operational excellence and compliance with industry standards. We do realize that every manufacturer is different, even if they make the same product. Every manufacturing ERP system supports different production methodologies. Acumatica is one of the few ERP applications on the market that supports both discrete, for make-to-stock and make-to-order, and batch process manufacturing on a single platform. The Acumatica Manufacturing Edition offers a comprehensive set of features designed to optimize every aspect of your manufacturing operations. Let's dive into the key functionalities that set this solution apart and help manufacturers improve efficiency, visibility, and control across the production process. Bill of materials and routings. Acumatica simplifies the creation and management of BOMs and routings, offering both engineering and financial views. This feature gives manufacturers a complete product structure, helping to streamline production planning, ensure accuracy, and reduce costs. Material requirements planning, or MRP, is crucial to ensure that you have the right materials at the right time. Acumatica's intelligent MRP capabilities automate inventory management, demand forecasting, and purchasing, allowing you to minimize stockouts and excess inventory while optimizing production schedules. Acumatica gives you full control over your entire production process, from managing work orders to tracking material and labor costs. The platform allows you to schedule production efficiently and compare estimated costs to actual costs, helping to increase profitability. With real-time data from the shop floor via the shop floor control, you can identify bottlenecks and inefficiencies before they impact your operations. Acumatica's mobile access ensures that your shop floor team has the tools they need to stay productive and manage workflows on the go. Quality control and compliance means that Acumatica has integrated that quality control into every step of the production process. With built-in compliance tracking and automated reporting, you can ensure your products meet regulatory and customer quality standards without added complexity. These features combine to give you a 360-degree view of your manufacturing operations, from the production floor to financials. By leveraging Acumatica Manufacturing Edition, you can reduce inefficiencies, control costs, and stay competitive in a rapidly changing industry. Now I'm going to hand it over to Danny for a quick demo of the product.
And hello, everybody. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Manufacturing Edition offered from Acumatica. With core modules such as bill of materials and production orders, we also have other available modules to handle things like materials requirement planning, estimating, product configuration, advanced finite capacity planning and scheduling, as well as data collection for our shop floors and the ability to manufacture to specific projects. Now, we can manufacture different scenarios, such as make to order, which we can then, from a sales order, create production orders. We can make to stock using our planning processes and generating production orders. We can also do things like engineer to order, configure to order, as well as then batch manufacture and process manufacturing. So let's just jump right into the Acumatica now. You should be able to see my screen. And on my screen, I have the Acumatica dashboard showing, which is my manufacturing overview. All right. So today, I'm logged on as the administrator. So Acumatica is completely role-based so that you can gear your permission and rights to people's specific roles so that they have access to certain specific areas, and they may be restricted from other areas. So depending what their roles are, Acumatica then will be able to gear the experience specifically for each individual user or each different group as roles. So on my manufacturing dashboard, we can see widgets that are set up, such as the late production orders. I have things like production orders by status, and I can do things like specifically filter out, say, work orders that I don't want to see. So there I've unselected closed, I've unselected complete, and here now I just want to see what's planned, what's been released, what's in process. And by clicking down on these specific charts or widgets, I can drill down into these widgets and see listed here all my production orders, as well as the different ones by status, such as planned, released, so on and so forth. Clicking my home button gets me back into my default dashboard. And we're here now, again, is where I started. And this is my preferred dashboard when I log on to Acumatica. So now let's go take a look at how we set up a bill of materials. Okay, so in my workspaces here, I have bill of materials, and there I'm going to go down into my bill of materials. I've selected my first bill of materials here, in which this is going to be a bill of materials to produce some printed circuit boards. I have a default BOM for my inventory ID, as well as the ability here to be able to keep revisions and make changes to my bill of materials and keep a history of all my changes. And then I can always refer back to whether this is revision A, B, C, or however I want to number my revisions. Now, down in the middle of the bill of materials is the work centers or the cost centers, the routing that it's going to be required to be able to build my specific printed circuit board, okay? Within these work centers, I can set up things like standard labor costs, right? There, up here is my standard cost. I can create calendars. I can also add overhead to this specific work center. Any machines that need to be used here can be set up. So there is how my work center will be created. Okay, there you'll also be able to see that I have selections to backflush my materials, backflush my labor, so that I don't want to issue materials or track, say, labor specifically. I can backflush the specific materials and or labor as required for that work center. Now, as I look at the different workstations, the bottom part of my BOM screen here shows me things like the material that's required. In my materials tab, I can see how many is required, and I can see things like the unit costs, plan costs associated. As I select the different work centers, you'll notice that the materials will change. And then on the different tabs here for each different work center, I can see steps. So I can give special instructions to all the different work centers for this operation. Here in the toolings, I can add or assign special tools for this job, as well as specific overhead for this specific operation. Now that we have our bill of materials set up, we can now go over to production orders. And here within the production orders, we can create a production order for my printed circuit boards. Here in the inventory ID, I can start typing in what I want. The system will then look for what I've started to key in. It sees that I'm started to type print. There's my printed circuit boards. I'll select that, and things like warehouses will default in for me, and I can change these defaults if I want to on this screen. Here, we're going to be making printed circuit boards. All right, so to keep things simple, here's my order date, and here's how many I want to make. I just want to make one of them today, and there on this production order, I can always see what the quantity is completed, if I scrap any items as I'm making, and here is what my quantity remaining to finish up this production order is. Now, for my scheduling methods here, I could either start on a date or I can finish on a date. And as I make my changes based on my constraint date, my start and end dates will change and update for me. Here is a dispatch priority. So I can assign priorities to my production orders. And then once this is done, the next tab here shows me things like sales order references, so that if this is being a make to order type production order, I can link the sales order back to this production order, and on the sales order, I'll be able to see the production order that was created for that sales order. On my events tab, this is where I can see all the different audit logging for this production order. So as an example here, if I take this production order and now I want to release it into production, let me save this first. and then I go back into my menu here, and I want to release this order into production. Here now you'll see that on the events screen here, it shows me when my production order was created, when it was released into production. And as I release things like materials, labor, so on and so forth, this will all be logged for me so that I can get an audit history of my specific production order. Now here on the totals tab, I can now see things like the planned or budgeted labor time, planned materials, and things like overhead that I've created in my bill of materials. My actuals will show me what was actually issued to the job, and with things like time tickets or scanners, I can put time, put materials to this specific production order, and on my variances tab here, this will then calculate for me the variance between what was planned and what's actual. Now, I want to see what materials this production order requires, and if all the different material is available. So back on my menu here, I can look at the critical material right down here. And when this screen pops up, it's going to list for me anything that I don't have to be able to put this into production. So I'm going to click on the show all items, and this shows me all the different materials required to be able to make this specific circuit board. And here I can see that I need a board, I need resistors. This is what I need for my bill of materials, my production order, and this is what I have on hand. So on this column here, I can see that I'm not short any, so I can go ahead and start manufacturing. Now, if it were the case that I didn't have any specific items and I needed to get these ordered, I can do the ordering directly from this page here by selecting what I want, clicking on the purchase, or alternatively, I could use our MRP in a model such as just-in-time ordering, be able to bring that material in for my specific jobs. Now, I'm going to go ahead and click on the purchase, and then what this will do then is through the system, it'll see that vendors for these products is going to be this vendor here. And when I click on create, this will then create my purchase order. There, the process will now start. Okay, so within my purchase order here, these are the items I want. Here's the quantities. And when I remove the hold on this purchase order, now my purchase order will go into an approval process, and you see the status of my purchase order now moves into a pending approval. So me being the administrator today, I can click on the approve, or if I don't want to order these because I already have them in stock, I can click on the reject. For today, I'm going to click on the approve here, and then there is going to be now my purchase order in open status. I can check on the approvals to see who this was assigned to for approval. I can see who actually did the approval, and then there's my approval there, and the status of my purchase order now is approved. If I wanted to send this out to my vendors, I can go and print the purchase order, and through the system here, electronically send this purchase order to my vendor. Now back onto my production order. There is the one that we were working on. And in the events here, again, we can see when it's created, when it's released. And then here, now that I know I have all the materials needed, I can use my release materials here to put everything into production that's required. And then there you'll see that as that screen updates, I will then be able to see issued materials. And there I can select all, and this will then now issue the materials to my job. And now this will be able to go through and release. I'll take the hold off of that because I want to release this into production. And then there I get the operation is completed. I go back into my production order here. And then there we'll see that in the events, there is my material transactions. Now, if I wanted to now say move these transactions through in terms of labor, I can backflush it. I can also use the other screens to be able to set up all the different transactions or use scanners in the warehouses to do that. Now, for the last little bit here, I wanted us to take a quick look at the MRP, materials requirement. And what I can do is I'm going to generate my MRP to be able to calculate all the different min maxes, all the different requirements for all my different production orders and whatnot. And then there, the process will finish up in just a second there. And when I go into my MRP display, here we are. And now I get a list of everything that is my base quantities here, what my inventory ID is, the source of what I've set up for these different items to either be purchased or manufactured. And then here I'll be able to see things like linked sales orders and linked production orders. So I can see that this needs to be created. And if I wanted to, then I could select it. I could click on manufacturing to create production orders, or I can click on the purchase to create the purchase orders as we did just a few minutes ago. So there you have it, a manufacturing overview, and then we'll take some questions on what you've seen. Hope you enjoyed this.
Thanks so much, Danny, for guiding us through that live instance of the Acumatica Manufacturing Edition. We'd like to take a moment now to tell you a little bit more about the Answer Company and how we approach business transformations through ERP. First, some quick stats. We don't want to pump our chest too fiercely, but there's certainly some things that we are proud of. We are Acumatica's #1 partner in Canada, with over 30 years experience and 50 ERP experts across Canada. We've completed over 3,000 digital transformations during our company's lifetime. We're very proud of the awards recognizing our efforts to help companies like yours. We have a team of Acumatica MVP developers. We're consecutive winners of the Acumatica President's Club, and we've been listed within Bob Scott's top 100 VAR listing of stars across North America. We're committed to making a difference not only to our customers, but to our community. That's why we launched our program that we call Answering the Call. 4 days a year, we get together as a team to work with a charitable organization within our community. In addition, every employee is given 4 solo volunteer days to go and work with a charity of their choice. We do full fund matching for all fundraising done by any of our employees. And to date, we've contributed more than 2,000 community hours. We'll share what one of our manufacturing customers had to say about us. Hurd is a leading manufacturer of front-end protection systems for vehicles, and they faced some challenges as their legacy system struggled to keep up with some really rapid growth that the company was going through. We partnered with them and implemented Acumatica's cloud ERP, and we really achieved some great improvements there. They were really aiming for streamlined processes across the board, and that was absolutely something that was achieved. But one of the key ones that came about was a 92% increase in order entry speed. That accelerated order processing obviously made a big difference to boosting their customer satisfaction. Real-time data access is something that now enables them to have informed decision-making with up-to-date information. And this means that they can continue to streamline moving forward. This transformation empowered and continues to empower Hurd to scale effectively and maintain their commitment to quality and customer service. So the two key stats that we'd like to again repeat on this is a 92% improvement in order entry time and also a 95% reduction in paper. Thank you so much for your time today. Unfortunately, we've run out of time for the Q&A, but we can absolutely follow up with each of you directly to answer your questions. And we'll also email an on-demand recording and links to the documents mentioned in case you didn't have a chance to download them yet. Once again, thanks for your time today. We'd love to follow up with a personalized demo for you where we can sit down with you, assess your current pain points, and show you how the Acumatica Manufacturing Edition can improve your bottom line. Thank you again, and have a great day.